Hello, everyone. How are you doing? And welcome to this new course in this pattern of one of the 10 fundamental patterns, the fixed expectations. How do you feel today? Ready to work on this pattern? So, we'll start the second pattern of the 10 fundamental patterns after the hiding and avoiding. And this time is also another very important one, fix expectations. We'll talk about this pattern not just in the how it happens in our lives and how we relate in our daily activities with this pattern and how it manifests and etc. But also how it works together with the other patterns to make it more powerful. Not just this one, but also the others. Okay. Yeah, it's very good to get back together. I was missing you already. I had a very good days in Mexico in a wonderful retreat there. But I was already missing this beautiful group here in the streamings, in the online sessions. Okay, so like always, before we start the class, let's build a chi field and unify our hearts. So adjust yourself to a good position with your spine straight, your body centered. Look straight forward and slowly bring your awareness inward. Close your eyes and relax. 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 Relax your head and face. Relax your neck, your shoulders, arms, and hands. Relax your chest and upper back. Relax the abdomen and lower back. Relax your hips, legs, and feet. Relax all your body from the top of the head to the toes, from inside out. Relax your heart. Relax your mind. Feel all your structure completely relaxed. Your body is melting away. Your heart is being open. Your mind is calm and clear. In this deep state of relaxation, your awareness becomes alive. Awareness inside of the body. Feel the emptiness and spaciousness within. With your awareness, penetrate deep inside the body, deep inside the cells, the atoms, the subatomic particles. You go so deep, so small, that there is no space for more. And contemplate all the peace and quietness there. The void has no limitations, no boundaries. And through the void, expand your awareness out in all directions, becoming one with the universe. We expand and dissolve ourselves in the universe. And we become so big that there is no space for more. And contemplate all the peace and quietness there. And bring the awareness back to the body, calm and peaceful. Connect with your heart and open your heart to all the universe with reverence and utmost conjing. And let the bright universe nourish your heart with compassion and love. Feel relaxed, free, and joyful. Chi is flowing harmoniously and smoothly. Go deep into your heart and feel your pure heart. And connect your heart with my own heart. And also with Yonsei, Melissa, and everyone in this chi field. Let's connect and unify our hearts. And always remember the strength of our hearts unified is exponential. And with our hearts unified, we can help each other and ourselves even better. So now, together, we're gonna connect and manifest the five Shin, the five fundamental heart qualities. We start to connect and manifest the state of unconditional trust. and give trust to everyone. Receive trust from everyone. Dissolve yourself into trust and be trust. Now connect and manifest the state of unconditional openness and give openness to everyone. Receive openness from everyone. Dissolve yourself into openness and be openness. Now connect and manifest the state of unconditional love and give love to everyone. Receive love from everyone. Dissolve yourself into love. You are love. Now connect and manifest the state of unconditional gratitude and give gratitude to everyone. Receive gratitude from everyone. Dissolve yourself into gratitude and be gratitude. Now connect and manifest the state of unconditional Gonjing and give Gonjing to everyone. Receive Gonjing from everyone. Dissolve yourself into Gonjing and be Gonjing. Feel the wonderful five Shin in your heart. And in this state of purity, open up and connect with your true self and surrender to your true self. Give it unconditional freedom to manifest all its awareness, true understanding, realization, wisdom, all its clarity, power, and bright light. Surrender to your true self and welcome it in your heart unconditionally. Your consciousness, heart, and true self are now unified. And in this state of unification, open once more to the universe and surrender unconditional to the universe. Surrender your consciousness. Surrender your heart. Surrender your true self so that in each thought and pattern, in each emotion and feeling, in each awareness, realization, and wisdom, we become a manifestation and unified with the infinite love and wisdom of the universe. Being one with the laws of the universe and manifesting the mission of uplift ourselves and help the others. Sidu Duren. We are now ready to learn together and grow together. Slowly, you can start to come back and gently open your eyes. Thank you once more for your wonderful heart connection. I was missing it. It feels really good. Okay, good morning. So, if you haven't seen my other classes, I will recommend you to watch my YouTube channel. There are the first classes of different themes of the pattern of hiding and avoiding. I provide some information that will be also useful for this course. I will not repeat it here now. So I tell there about the patterns and the basic structure of the patterns. Please go and watch that. And you can also watch the first classes about the five heart qualities. They will also provide you a lot of foundations to do this course, and that information I will not repeat it here also. So today we're gonna, or the following 10 weeks, we're gonna talk about the pattern of fixed expectations. And this pattern, as the name says, it has a very important component, that is the component of being fixed. And that creates a strong problem in our lives because if you are watching this course, probably you have lived enough time to experience that many things in your life don't go as you expect. And we all have our thoughts, our ideas about how things should go, about how things should be, or how I should be, how my life should go, what I should reach, what I should do, what the world should do, what the politicians should do, what the teachers should do, etc., etc. We have our ideas about many things in life, and we have expectations accordingly to that. If I go to a class where there is a teacher, I expect that that teacher will teach me, right? You came to this class also with your own expectations. They might be very different from person to person. Some might be similar, some might be the same. But you all have expectations that they were created. When you start this course, when you register to this course, probably your first expectation is that this course will give you something useful for your life or for what you are searching, or can give you some solutions or some help or just entertainment. I don't know. You'll have all kind of expectations that can come with that. So it's very difficult to escape from these expectations because we have ideas about everything and we have certain level of expectations about everything. This pattern of expectations is related with need to control or to have some relatively some control about the outcome of some situation. So we can say in a very rough way that, or in the very oversimplified way, that the fixed expectations is a pattern that is related with future, what we expect that will happen in the future, or what we expect how things will be. And we do it with our rational mind or experiences that we had in the past. We have had some experience with something, and after that experience, we receive an outcome. So we feel it is like an equation. I went to eat some food. I feel full after. I felt satisfied after. Or I felt not so good after. So the next time that I will eat that food, I will expect the same kind of results under normal situations. But it's very difficult that goes always like that. Sometimes things go, but other times not. But when that thing, that experience is repeating quite often, we almost create a fixed way to look, or a more absolute way to look at that situation, that we have fixed expectations about the results of that situation. It's it's funny because this, just looking at this aspect of expecting, have a absolute expectations about the result by itself show us how ignorant this pattern is, because things are not the same anytime, because things are constantly changing. I ate this food, it was tasty, it felt good to my body. I have done that 1000 times, but maybe there will be a day that will not happen like that, because I don't eat exactly the same food every day. Once I eat some food, I will not eat it again, the same food. And I am not the same every day. Some days I feel different from others, and that can affect how the food will taste to me, how I will receive the food, how my body will react to the food. So, how can our expectations to be fixed? If we don't do one same action more than once under the same conditions. And I'm talking of such a very simple example as food. The food is not the same, I'm not the same, yet I still expect the same results. So, is there a possibility that one same experience is exactly the same, absolutely the same twice? Is that possible? A kid is a good student at school. So people expect him to be always great. One day, because conditions have changed, or maybe because the kid was sick, or was just tired, or the food was bad and created some reaction, or had some problem, or maybe it has some emotional problem with the teacher, or maybe the teacher put the standards too high. One day he will not get the same results. What will happen then? How is the word? I don't remember now the word in English. Disappointment can be one thing that happens. The parents expect the same result they were disappointed with the kid. Maybe. The kid maybe was disappointing with himself, or the teacher was disappointed to the kid. Suddenly the kid start to become anxious and lose the confidence. His trust will start to become broken. The parents get very worried and they think that he needs help. And all there is a series of actions or events, emotions, and thoughts that can go around that create suffering in everyone involved. And all that happen not because the kid does not reach the same values in the exam, but because everyone had fixed expectations about how this kid should be and how what kind of results that kid should have. And that is happening all the time. We see how happens in things like sports all the time. The best player fails, and suddenly that best player goes from God to garbage. We see how we react about the leaders of the countries because we expect them to do the things in a certain way. We can see how we react with the services that we go, the banks, the I don't know, social service, all kind of services that we use, healthcare and etc. When the things don't go as we expect. But what creates more suffering is how we react with the people that are close to us, and the worst one is with ourselves. The in the families there are a lot of dynamics, a lot of suffering because of the fixed expectations. A child has quite strong expectations about parents. Since it was a baby. Since we were babies, we create these kind of expectations. We learn it. Uh, I'm I have made poop. My parents come and clean. As a miracle. I don't need to do anything. I'm starving. People give me food. I'm cold. People will warm me. I'm sick. People will take care of me. So we create expectations because of that experience. And then we start to take things for granted. It is my right every time that I'm hungry that people will give me food, especially my parents. It's whenever I have a need and I cannot satisfy it myself, I expect my parents to do it. I expect my parents also to be good, provide me emotional comfort or financial stability, that they pay me the school, education, and health, etc., etc. We learn from a very early stage of life to create these expectations about things that we receive as a gift out of love of others, and then we take things for granted, and then we believe that is our right. And it's quite a strong instinct. Children create these strong uh, expectations about the parents that they should not nurture, nurture, sorry, provide nutrients, not just physical, but also mental and emotional, and they should protect them. And when that doesn't happen, the child will suffer. And it will suffer not mostly because of what the parents were doing, but because their expectations were broken. And when the expectations were broken, what is broken too? Our heart, our trust, our openness, our love, our gratitude, our conjing. I was having some challenge in my life. My parents were not able to help me. Can I still trust them? Do they love me? Do can I love them? you know? Our heart suddenly is closed because the parents did not met our expectations. And the opposite, parents with children. The parents have a little bit more experience than the children, so they have, well, normally when they have babies, they have lived enough to have expectations that they were not happening, they were not realized. But then how they behave about the children. Do the parents don't have fixed expectations about children? Of course they do, and quite a lot too. Some parents even expect that the children will fulfill their dreams and they will become what they wanted to be without even asking to the child what they want to be. Some parents say, okay, I want my child to be a doctor, something like that, without, and they start to pressure the child from a very early age to become a doctor without ever giving the opportunity to the child to feel what the child wants and even less to ask to the child what the child wants. So, what happens when the child does not fulfill that? Can happen all kind of things, but for sure, the heart will suffer with that. The heart will be hurt. There will be a pain in the child and in the parents. The child probably will feel not seen, will feel ignored, will feel even objectified, and the parents will can feel all sorts of things, can feel things like what I have done wrong, or could feel things like this child is really nasty, is really uh, disappointing, and they can start to have all kind of resentments between them, even hate each other. How many times these things happen in life? How many times you have seen it? And all sorts of problems come just because people create fixed expectations about others. This fixed expectations is like uh, someone, let's say, when someone has fixed expectations towards me, is like that person is trying to colonize my life and put the laws that they want in my life to do what they want me to do. So my life is an object of another person. How awful that is. And these dynamics are happening all the time. It's can become a very selfish way to look at life, where this or that should go according to how I expect to go. Nothing caring about what they need, what they want, what is really supposed to happen, what is more beneficial for everyone, what are the plans of the universe. Then another aspect about this pattern is the fixed expectations about ourselves. And this one can be quite strong and problematic. I should look this way or that way. I should perform this way. I should have this or that, etc. It's funny because I told this already quite a few times, but when I was working at the gym, people after New Year, so they do the New Year's resolution. They had a lot of expectations of how the new year will go. So they go to the gym. Like we have a lot of people going to the gym in January. And normally after 1 month, 80% of the people was gone. And maybe after 2 months, 90% of people was not there. And after 3 months, probably only 5% of the people were keep going. Why is that? Because of these expectations that they were not happening. People expect uh, that they will go to the gym and they will become Mr. Universe in one day. Of course, I'm joking. But they create expectations that maybe things should be easier, or maybe should be faster, uh, or maybe I don't know. All kind of expectations go, and when those expectations are not met, they become disappointed or sad, or maybe they feel that they are not good enough, and then they stop to do the things. They quit. It's a big blockage in life because we lose a lot, really a lot of our true potential because of our fixed expectations. It's like imagine that I am a tiger and I expect that when I will have 2 years, I will fly like an eagle because I see the eagles and I want to be like an eagle. So when I have 2 years old, I expect myself to fly like an eagle. Of course, that will never happen because the tigers don't fly. But I keep trying to be like an eagle and I lose all the potential of being a tiger. Isn't that quite funny? This is just a metaphor, but we do a lot of this in life. When we want to be someone that we are not, we don't manifest the potential of who we really are. And this, what I'm saying now, is quite serious. We don't fulfill our potential when we try to be someone that we are not. So, what you expect for you, for your life, what you expect for you to be, and where those fixed expectations are denying yourself and are blocking yourself to be who you really are. If I have the expectation fixed or a fixed expectation to run a marathon in 1 week, and I use that to uh, create self esteem, self value, self approval, and other things. If I believe that, that is my expectation, what will happen. I will not run a marathon in 1 week. I'm not ready for that. And I will feel quite awful about myself. I will say to myself, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. And that what will happen after will not stop there. Because when I say to myself, I'm not good enough, that will expand to all the levels of life. I will start to feel that I'm not good enough, maybe in my relationships, maybe in doing my tasks, maybe at my job or with my family, because I don't fulfill a fixed expectation of something that was not realistic. So, if fulfill a fixed expectation is the reason to experience things like trust or love or self-esteem or self-worthy, you know what I'm doing? I'm denying the potential of what already is. If I need to be good, let's say um, good at my job to prove myself worthy of love, it means at this moment, while I'm not good in my job, I don't feel worthy of love. So I'm denying the love. Although the love is there, I'm denying it. But then, if I don't feel the love, no matter how I try, I will never feel good enough. Because first was, let's say, let, let me see a very practical thing. Okay, running. It's easier to understand. So when I start to run, I feel okay. If I'll run 1 mile or 1 kilometer, I will be good enough. But then I run 1 mile or 1 kilometer, and I see that there are other people that are faster, or other people that run more. They run further, so I don't feel good enough. So I keep improving myself. And maybe one day I will become the faster person running, and the one that can run longer in the world, in all the world. But because I cultivate this belief of not feeling good enough, I can start to develop the pattern of being perfectionist. And even being the best of the world does not make me feel good enough, because I create to all this process a pattern of denying love. And this is what we don't see. I need to be good enough to receive love. So I will deny the love until I fulfill the expectation of what for me means to be good enough. Up there, I will deny love. Love comes from the right, no thank you. Comes from the left, no thank you. Comes in all directions at the same time. We just create a shield around us and we say, no, I'm not worthy of it. When we create these strong fixed expectations, we deny the potential of what it is. We deny the potential of reality. We deny the potential of our true self. We deny the potential of the wisdom and the love of the universe and the potential of the laws of the universe. Because we believe that only when the expectations are fulfilled, then I have the right to get something back. Isn't that the nature of fixed expectations? Getting something back in the future. If I do this, I expect that. Probably you have heard that, but Jim Carrey once said, I don't remember exactly the words, but was something like, uh, I hope that everyone will become rich, famous, and something else, to understand that that doesn't work. Because he has been there and he had everything, yet that was not enough to experience true happiness and true freedom and true joy and true love, because those expectations were denying it already. So, what what comes more with this? How how can it be overcome in some way? Because we do have expectations. When I came to this class, I expect the internet will work. I expect that the computer will work and all the things that I need will work. But it's always like that. You know that many times, not many times, but happened already quite a few times. Before I start the class, the things were not working. And I normally have a backup plan. So I have two two internets, and I have two computers, and I have two cameras. And I had already the situation that both are are not working just before the class. Sometimes I spend like 3 hours trying to find the problem and was not able to do it. I had expectations about the materials, but they were not going like that. So, how do I dealt with that? As soon the things change, I change and then I adapt to that. Things were not working, search for a solution. solution is not working, search for another one without any kind of stress or attachment or feeling that it really should work. It really should be like that. Change with a change and learn from it. Understand the nature of the things. When we create fixed expectations, we want to have something back, right? When we create fixed expectations about the parents provide us with safety, and that safety should manifest in a certain specific way, what we are searching for is safety. And we become obsessed in one way to get it. So we need to meditate about that. Where can I find safety? In places where I don't expect it, in the new creative ways. Where can I see love? Where can I give love? I have so much love to give, and the person that I want to give the love doesn't want to know about me. So there are many people in the world that want to receive that love, but we expect that that one specific one was the one that should receive our love. Or the opposite, I expect that that person that I like will give me love back. So I'm close to all the sort of receiving love from other people apart from that. If that person does not give me love, I'll be unhappy for the rest of my life. What I want love. Why do I need to be obsessed with just one person? Find creative ways to receive that. And why do you want that person? Why? What triggers that person? Cause what that person is teaching you about your needs, what you want, what you don't want. If that person is not available to give us love, fine. We don't need to colonize the life of that person to do what we want. That is very selfish. I want to receive love. I need to receive love. That is a natural need of human beings. Why do we narrow our chances to a very limit specific way? Why we expect just to receive love in a certain way? The fixed expectations create a lot the the manifestation of taking things for granted. So we want what we don't have. We are receiving love from everywhere, but we want the love that we don't have. Why? Or we want to save the person that doesn't want to be saved. Why? If we want to save people, save, of course, is a very help. Helping is a better word. If we want to help people, there are billions of people in the world that want to be helped. But why do we want to help that one that doesn't want to be helped? And why we have this fixed expectation that that person wants to receive our help, or that person will like us if we give the help, or if that life of that person will be great if receives our help. And the same in the other direction. What you expect when you create expectations and where and what you expect to receive can be received in a different way. It's it's a thing that we need to explore if we want to work on this pattern. Also, the other aspect that is what leads to the expectations to be fixed is the previous experiences that we learn from it. If we are having expectations, uh, how to say this, if we are having expectations from our previous experiences and the expectations are not having the same result, it could be because we don't have learned from the previous experiences. When we could not see the clarity of the things. Like, let me see an example. Someone is uh, let me see, it's difficult to get an example now, but someone is like uh, being not so polite with us. So we expect that person that will not give us love because of the experience that we had in the past. But if we go deeper and if we try to learn more why that person was being like that, we could find out that that person was trying to help us. That person, maybe we are doing something wrong for our lives, and that person tried to do something to help us, and the only way to help us to go in the right direction is to be rude with us. So that person is giving us some love according in their own way according to their capacities. We see this dynamic a lot with kids and parents. Sometimes the process of educating a child is not being nice to the child. Sometimes even tough with the child. And from the child perspective, they might expect that the parents don't love the child, so they don't expect that the parents will help them with what they need or what they want, or they will not be there for them in the right moments. So they might have some friends or not so good friends that will put them down, and the parents will try to help them from that influence, and the kid can have a conflict with the parents because of that. And probably when the kid, those fake friends, create enough damage and the kid cannot do it anymore, probably the only ones that will appear, they were those parents, and that will not be what the kid was expecting. So being able to be open and look to the experiences from the past with a more um, open view, with a more clarity from different angles, from different perspectives, can help us to understand what is going on and so be able to fulfill our needs and be flexible with our expectations and also have expectations that are more realistic. And that can happen in many ways. To be able to understand the potential of every individual and the uniqueness of what we are. And in our system, there are a lot of social expectations because humans are social beings. And when people are not performing according to what is expected for them, they have the tendency to be rejected and even abandoned in some situations. It's important to learn from all the situations. Everything that is different becomes scary, becomes scary for the pattern of fixed expectations. Because the pattern of fixed expectations needs this control to feel safe, to predict what will happen in the future. Doesn't matter if it's good or is bad, if what is happening is what they expect, we feel safe because give us a sense of control over the things and sense of knowing even the unknown. So when something comes that is different, it is scary because this sense of safety is lost. And can become quite painful. You can see that even in our practice when we do meditation or Qigong practice. You are doing standing form and you expect that while doing the standing form, you just be still and quiet and you'll just focus on the Dantian breathing and you'll have no thoughts. How many of you do really have gone through a full practice of standing firm, just doing that without thoughts? I have done a lot of standing firm, and I could go from some periods without thoughts or disturbing thoughts, but they will happen. They happen many times. And how you react to that. It was not supposed to have thoughts, and I'm having thoughts. What is wrong with me? Maybe the others are not having thoughts, and I am the only that is having thoughts while doing the standing form or other kind of practice or meditation. Something different came out from what you expect. Do you feel relaxed, calm, and natural when that happened? Do you remain unified? Do you remain with your state of pure awareness from your dwecha? And this is also a quite strong manifestation of the ignorance of this pattern. Because there are not two things that are the same. Yet this pattern rejects difference. It's like we live in a society and people reject what is different, but then everyone is different. Why some differences are worthy of being rejected than others? We are doing our life cultivation, and as life cultivators, we expect this and that from ourselves. How do you feel when you don't fulfill those expectations? Or when something different happens to you? We are working on the patterns. How do you feel when you have lost the awareness and some patterns came and took charge of you even stronger than they used to be before? Do you feel bad about yourself? Do you feel guilty? Do you feel hopeless? Do you feel disappointed with you? How do you feel? And do those feelings bring some beneficial for you, help you to transform the pattern, help you to overcome those manifestations, those patterns? Let's say you have reached a very high level of consciousness, and then you do a mistake, or maybe you become sick. How do you feel about that? If you were in a real high level of conscious, probably you'll not feel bothered with that. But if you were feeling that you are in a level of high level of consciousness and you are disturbed by those things, then you need to learn about that. And this is a very good thing. It's a very good thing when we expect to be in a certain stage of life, and then we receive challenges that disturb us and show us that we are not. That give us a lot of opportunities to keep growing and learning more. But how about all the other different things that happen in your life? Things that goes out of your control. Can we really have fixed expectations if everything in the world is changing? If everything in the world or in the universe have their own law, a specific law of life, law of existence, and all the things in the universe are under the laws of the universe, this very complex network of laws that are acting all the time. How can expectations be fixed in that way? And what we deny when we create those expectations? What, like, imagine you have 100 people loving you a lot, but you want the love of someone that is not able to manifest that love. And you expect that that person gives you love. Are you able to receive the love of 100 people? Most likely not. How many gifts of the universe, how many gifts of your true self we deny with pattern of fixed expectations? Like one, we deny the gift of wisdom by wanting our expectations to happen. We deny the gift of wisdom with that. We deny the gift of love by expecting love happen a certain way. We deny the gift of trust by expecting to trust to happen in a certain way. And the same with openness, the same with gratitude, the same with conjuring, etc. The same with forgiveness. We deny even the gift of freedom because we expect freedom to happen in a certain way. We deny the gift of realization because we expect realization to happen in a certain way. And of course, we deny the gift of the true self because of expecting the true self to be in a certain way. I can tell you, most of the expectations or fixed expectations that people have about the true self are wrong. Yet, by having those expectations, they completely deny the true self. It's a strong paradox. We search for a thing, then we create expectations about that thing, and even when that thing is present, we deny it. In fact, in life cultivation, the expectations that people create about the true self, it was one of the greatest obstacles for realization of the true self. Probably because of that, in some traditions, some teachers, they don't talk about the true self to not create expectations. In fact, if you have been with Yuan Tse, he spent a lot of his teaching years, most of his teaching years, without ever talk about self-realization, or talking about the true self. And if we see the Yuan Tse don't talk, he very rare talk about things that people cannot do or experience, to not create these expectations, because people will create expectations about how things should be. And once we become fixed with those expectations, we deny a lot of things. It's like that story. I told already this story quite a lot of times, but it's a very good story. But that man that was in the ocean, and he was uh, in the middle of the ocean, so he started to ask God for help, and he was asking God, God, please give me help, save me. And then a boat comes, and people from the boat say, come with us, we'll save you. And the guy refused, says, no, no, I don't want you to save me, God will save me. And then comes another boat, and the same thing, another boat, and the same thing, until the man dies. And after the man dies, he goes very angry to God and say, God, I pray so much to you and I ask you so much help to save me, and you did not save me. And then God say, well, I send you so many boats and you refuse all of them. Why does it happen like that? Because in the imagination of that man, he believed that, I don't know, maybe he will see a man with a long beard coming from the sky and give him a hand and fly away to land, to the shore, and save him like that. But because his expectations were not being fulfilled, he was refusing everything. He was refusing all the help. So, how many things we refuse in our lives because they don't go according to our expectations. My family should give me love in this way or that way. They are not manifesting this way or that way, they don't love me. And then you go interview them. I love them, I do everything for them as I can, and it's not enough. How many times this happened to you? Maybe someone accuse you of not caring and you're doing your best to care, or someone accuse you of not being good enough and you are doing more than any other person. And how many times the opposite has happened. It's quite fascinating, this pattern of fixed expectations. Because apart from these external dynamics, also is very active in your inner dynamics. Fixed expectations, this pattern has quite fixed expectations about how all the other patterns should work. And how and when. The patterns, they do have a quite dynamic relationship between them. If hiding and avoiding was a pattern that was hiding all the other patterns, and that was quite problematic because if they are not seen, we cannot work on them. The pattern of fixed expectations has the fixed expectation pattern with all the other patterns. And that creates also a very problematic dynamic because creates this process of control of the other patterns. Process that the other patterns are working how they should work, how they are expect to work. And by having this control over the other patterns, it makes them much difficult to be changed. How can we change the pattern of greediness that for by itself is already difficult to do it if we have another pattern behind supporting and tell him how it should work and don't let it go in another direction. We have one that is hiding it and another that is telling it how it should work and controlling it. This is just a small example how this dynamic between patterns they can manifest and how they are very active among them and it's like they protect each other's, they check each other and they reinforce each other, and we can go through all the patterns. This is why when we are working on patterns It's like we feel that uh, in the morning we have one pattern, in the afternoon another, in the evening another. The truth is that they are working all together at the same time. And I mentioned this already before in the previous training. It's important for us not to lose direction. And they can be quite confused. It's very important to be aware of all of them, or as much as we can, to be able to understand what is pulling you there or there or there, but have a very clear direction in what we want to transform, because if we go deep into one pattern, will affect all the other patterns. But it's like we were working on the pattern of hiding and avoiding previously. The pattern of fixed expectation has a very fixed way to control and tell the pattern of hiding and avoiding how it should work. And the pattern of hiding and avoiding by itself will hide the pattern of fixed expectation. So let's say you choose to work on the pattern of hiding and avoiding. If you don't have this awareness that the fixed expectation is not allowing you to change that pattern, it can be more difficult to keep going. But if you have the awareness that this what the fixed expectation is doing to your pattern of hiding and avoiding, then you can keep going deeper and deeper on hiding and avoiding until you find a more root level of that pattern and a deeper transformation of that pattern. When you will change that pattern in a deep level, all the other patterns will change, because the fixed expectation will find this difference, the different things that it tends to reject, and will find a new reality. And it will need to adapt, because the experience from the past is not working anymore, is not getting the same outcome. So it will need to change. It needs to expand, to stop to be so fixed, to be more open, more flexible, and be able to change with the change. And of course, all the other patterns will go like that too. But it's important to look at that aspect too. The fixed expectation by nature has the so this is just a resume. By nature, the fixed expectation has the looking from past experiences to uh, predict or to look to the future, to understand the future outcome of what will do it. And the need to know the future has to do with the need for control and the need for safety. So if I know what will happen, I can plan better, right? If I know that this will give me something that I want, I can keep doing it. Or if it will give me to something that I don't want, I need to stop to do it, which is reasonable. But the problem comes when the things change and what we used to do in the past is not giving us the same result anymore, or prevent us to do something like before. And we need to learn from the situations and transform so that we gain wisdom and we expand our awareness. The difference of things that scares a lot the pattern of fixed expectations is what allows us to expand our awareness. It's like when I was at the university in Portugal, we still allow people to smoke in the bars and coffee shops, and all this, or pubs, or this kind of things. So I had a fixed expectation that when I go to those places, I will receive the smoke, and I was fine of that. Although I was not smoking, I was tolerant with that. Then I went to Italy, and in Italy it was forbidden to smoke inside of closed spaces. So every time that they want to smoke, they need to go to the street. And that difference expand my awareness. And after that I changed myself. I say, okay, I have the right of not receiving smoke. So if people will not do it, they will still want to smoke there. I will not go to those places. And that change is a very simple thing, a difference that has helped me to expand my awareness and open the path to new opportunities, to new outcomes, to new, uh, more healthy and more complete way of looking to the things. When the when we don't embrace the difference, we'll stay with a very narrow uh, perspective of life that does not reflect the reality, and that can bring a lot of problems and suffering in life. Okay, so this is enough for the introduction for today. It's just a very simple and small introduction to the pattern of fixed expectation. We'll go very deep in the future in the next classes and start to push the boundaries of your pattern of fixed expectation so that you can transform it in a deeper level and open and expand your awareness to create more wisdom and realization. Okay, let's do an integration and healing. Adjust yourself to a good position with your spine straight, your body your center, and slowly bring your awareness inward. Close your eyes and relax. Relax. Go deep into your heart and connect your heart with my own heart and everyone in this chi field. Feel the purity of our hearts working together with trust, openness, love, gratitude, and Gonjing. With the five shin, open and connect with your true self. And in this state of unification, open up to the universe and connect with the bright light of the love and wisdom of the universe. And bring this bright light to your head, eyes, nose, mouth, ears, all the head and face, the neck, chest, the lungs, heart, the spleen, stomach, pancreas, to the liver and gallbladder, to the small and large intestine, the kidneys, bladder, to the sexual and reproductive organs, the spine, the hips, upper legs, knees, lower legs, ankles, and feet. To the shoulders, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, and hands. Feel the bright light in all your body, in all your channels. Every cell is bright. Bring your awareness to your shin, your spiritual heart, and receive the infinite love of the universe in your heart. Receive it in the most pure way, without expectations. Receive it for the sake of receiving it as it is, in its full potential, in its full clarity, embracing all the differences, all the possibilities, all the known and unknown manifestations. Embrace it, this infinite love, with all that you have. In the most pure and authentic way, without fixed forms, without fixed ideas, just pure as it is, here and now. Bring your awareness to your true self and receive the infinite love and wisdom in your true self, without expectations, only as it is, without conceived ideas, embracing all the differences, all the moments, all the transformations, the expected and the unexpected. Receive it unconditionally, without any conditions. Go back to your heart again. And with your heart, with your 5 heart qualities, open to the chi field and open your arms to the sides. Embrace all the chi field and positive information and bring it back to your heart. And integrate it deeply in your heart. Hands to the sides, and when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you, everyone. So, as you know, these 10 weeks courses, we have a week of lecture that was today, and a week uh, of questions and answers. And next week will be the questions, so you can make your questions if you want. You can send them by email to me, or you can make the questions in the chat during the class. And as you know, we always have a, a homework to do. And for this week, your homework will be to question what you really want to achieve with your expectations, and what different ways, apart from your expectations, you can receive or achieve what you want to get with your expectations. Hope this is clear. So, this is your homework, and next Tuesday you also have the Zoom meetings group. So this Zoom meetings is a discussion group where you can meet and talk with other participants, and you'll have a question or a theme that I will give you before the Zoom meetings for you to talk in these meetings. And on Tuesday there will be 3 meetings. So this is all in the Portuguese time zone. You need to convert to your own time zone. So the meetings are at 7 a.m. in the morning. The second is at 5 p.m. and the last one is at 8 p.m. But I will send you an email with all that information. Okay. Send you much love and gratitude to everyone, and see you soon in the next class. Bye bye.